before entering the workforce in today's society. And this is awesome. This is great. Think back to the days when all they could do was stay home, cook, clean, and take care of children. Well, in today's society, women are doing some incredible things. They're CEOs of multi-billion-dollar companies and also sometimes owners of multi-billion-dollar companies. But there's an issue with this, and that issue is when they become pregnant. Women in the workforce are getting mistreated when they become pregnant. Women feel that their image is altered. They feel like they're up for a promotion. That's in jeopardy. They also feel like they just aren't treated the same as they were before they were pregnant. They feel looked at differently. Well, today I'm going to talk to you about a story about Lindsay McNew, and she talks about her journey about being pregnant in the workplace and her experience. I'm also going to talk to you about how we are contributing to this and contributing to how women are being mistreated, and then also how we can solve it and make our world a little better. So the story about Lindsay McNew. Lindsay McNew was up for a promotion. She was also 7 months pregnant. She chose not to tell our corporation that she was pregnant until she knew for sure she got the promotion. The day she found out she did, she walked into her manager's office and told him, "Hey, I'm 7 months pregnant." He didn't congratulate her because she was pregnant. He congratulated her because she had kept it a secret for so long. Yeah, Lindsay, like many other women, have done this before. Kept the secret of "I'm pregnant" to ensure a promotion. I don't know, that doesn't sit right with me. I don't think women should have to hide that. Anyways, so Lindsay continued working at the corporation in her new job position. Well, the new position was a little understaffed, and Lindsay started taking on way more work than the position required. She started doing jobs that weren't really hers, started putting in not 40 hours a week, but 70 hours a week. And she started having to submit corporate deadlines in the middle of the night to meet them. Lindsay started noticing she was getting extremely tired, not getting enough sleep. So when she went to her doctor, she had them write a note to the company saying only work for the 40 hours. Well, the company ignored it. Yeah, they said, "Nope, you need to work it." Then they also told her on a business trip to hide her pregnancy from a client. Things were not looking very good. So Lindsay continued working because she needed the job. And she's a very hardworking woman. She wasn't going to let a corporation take advantage of her while being pregnant. So she kept working. Then one day, while going in and out of meetings, she realized she hadn't felt movement in a while. So she put her hand on her belly and also realized she didn't feel a heartbeat. Well, Lindsay rushed to the hospital and then gave birth to her heartbeatless son. Well, when Lindsay asked what the cause of death was, the doctor said inconclusive. Lindsay is not alone in this as well. Many women give birth to children with that are heartbeatless, who overwork themselves. And doctors just can't say, it's because you've been overworked. It's inconclusive. Because there is a slight possibility that there are other causes of death. But a lot of women like Lindsay know it's because they are being overworked and super stressed and getting lack of sleep. They know deep down. Well, after that, Lindsay came back from the doctors, and her corporation actually called her and was like, "When can you come back to work?" Well, she came back and she quit. And now Lindsay works for herself. But not all women can do what Lindsay did and just up and quit and work for themselves. They have bills and sometimes mouths to feed, like other children. So how are we contributing to this issue of women being mistreated in the corporate world? Well, one is we're standing by and letting it happen. We could say something when we see someone's being overworked and exhausted and just not looking well. We could say, "Hey, guys, she's pregnant. We should give her the appropriate hours and only work her to the appropriate amount. Let's not work her to death, putting her into overtime every single week." We could also stand up for ourselves. I mean, we're the only ones who truly know when we're being overworked and overexhausted and just not in good health. We're the number one people who know it. People can see it, but we're the only ones who can really express how we truly are. So, I say stand up for ourselves. Tell corporations, no, I'm gonna work my 40 hours to 30 hours or whatever hours are required of the job and do what's required of the job. And if I can do more, do more. But you're pregnant. You have another life to care for, not just your own. And also, keep your own life in health too, whether you're pregnant or not. If you see anyone being overworked to death, say something, pregnant or not. So with this, how can we make the change? Well, there are a few ways we can make a change. One is a theory created by Maslow, an American psychologist. There is the Maslow theory of hierarchy of need, created by Maslow. In his theory, he talks about two types of levels of need. There's lower level and higher level. So basically, in his theory, he states if lower level needs aren't met, like your physical health isn't met, you don't feel safe at work, and you don't feel loved or accomplished, you're not gonna be motivated to do the higher level needs, which is want to strive for more, want to be better. And that theory works really well with companies, because if you feel like you're getting enough sleep, you're getting fed, you feel safe, and you feel like you're loved, you're going to want to be motivated to do higher level needs. And that's when it affects your work and makes you a better worker and can make you more money and make corporations more money, make you feel better, make the company feel better. Well, Lindsay wasn't getting her lower level needs met. So therefore, according to the theory, she wasn't getting her higher level needs met. And that's kind of the result of why when she came back from her son's death, why she quit and left. A lot of people also, they don't quit and leave, they just stay in the lower level, but usually they don't last. And that's not good for a company to have employees keep leaving. That's a sign. If corporations make sure that their employees' lower level needs are met, they'll also achieve their employees having their higher level needs met. And that's what we should be striving for, right? Also, in an article written by O. Young, titled Until Men Can Bear Children in 2013, she pitches the idea of enacting a federal law that requires accommodations for pregnant women. She also states that she is all for equal rights for men and women, but men cannot have children. They can't get pregnant. They can't get, that whole 9-month period of being pregnant and then delivering and all of that. We need to have accommodations for those women. And we shouldn't be looking at them differently. We shouldn't have their image change because, oh, she's pregnant. Women shouldn't also feel like, they're up for a job promotion, they could lose it to a man because, oh, she's young and she could get pregnant, She's in that spot of like upper 20s, 30s and just got married and, hey, she probably will have a kid on the way. We should go with him because we know for sure he won't have a kid. We shouldn't be thinking like that in the corporate world. We should be celebrating pregnancies. And we should also be treating the women correctly and right and not mistreating them and overworking them. And we should also not be overworking anyone to the point where they're tired, exhausted, and just not getting enough sleep and making themselves unhealthy. So, in conclusion, we can learn from stories like Lindsay McNew and try to prevent them. We can start speaking out and say something when we see someone getting mistreated. We can also stand up for ourselves and say, hey, I'm getting overworked and enough is enough. I know what I can do and I know what I'm capable of, but getting overworked because we're understaffed is not okay. And then we can also apply Maslow hierarchy of need theory. If we're an owner of a company or a CEO, we can apply to make sure our lower level needs are met by our employees so that their higher level needs are met as well. And us as a corporation will make sure that our higher level needs are met as well. It works for both people and corporations. And then also, if we enact a federal law, we can make sure all companies in America treat women fairly and aren't mistreating them while they are being pregnant. The issue of women being mistreated in America is something big. Sure, a couple of companies have gotten better at it, but there are a lot more out there that are mistreating them. Women feel like they can't say they're pregnant because they're up for a promotion, or they feel like if they say they're pregnant, they're going to be looked at differently by their employees or by clients. That's just wrong. Pregnancy should be something that's celebrated, and we should give the appropriate accommodations to when a woman is pregnant, not overwork them, and make sure that them and their baby have a safe pregnancy and that that baby gets delivered healthy. That is all. Thank you.